Hi, my name is Dr. Susanna Flores. I'm a clinical psychologist and the author of an upcoming book called Face Hooked, which is on the psychological effects of Facebook and social media on our emotions, our relationships, and our lives. Today, I'd like to talk to you about Endina Martin, a 14-year-old who was murdered by another classmate in Chicago over a boy. And this argument began over commentary on Facebook. Now, there's several elements of the story that really disturb me. One of which is that a 16-year-old would know how to handle a weapon that was given to her by an uncle, and reportedly family members knew about what was going to happen and did nothing to avoid or stop this tragedy. That the second thing is that a teen's first impulse is to solve a problem by grabbing a gun and shooting a classmate. And the third is that this argument began over comments posted on someone's Facebook wall. In my book, I address how we're more connected to each other. We are interacting more with each other because of social media, and there's many benefits to it. But at the same time, we're also distancing each other, and especially for the younger generations, they're not learning the skills that we learned. Direct and open communication. Speak to people directly if you have a problem to resolve. Keep an open mind. Calm down before you make any rash decisions. And although this is an extreme case, granted, I think it's further proof how Facebook commentary is affecting our real life decisions. And we see this every day. It's not just, teens, and it's not just individuals who are quote unquote emotionally disturbed. We see this, among our coworkers, our friends. People are posting passive aggressive commentary or manipulating each other over Facebook, and that was not the intention of social media. We're supposed to be, having fun. It's supposed to be interactive and entertaining, and on a darker, emotional level, we are allowing it to change the way that we're seeing ourselves, the way that we are seeing other people and our world, and it is changing our decisions. I think that we need to come back to ourselves, come back to each other, and come back to reality. Spend a little bit less time, at least put on Facebook and put the smartphone down. Ignore the push notifications. Have direct communication with each other. Parents need to be spending more time with their kids or monitoring what they're doing on Facebook. And personally, and other networks. And personally, I don't think that a 16-year-old or a 14-year-old has any business being on social media. For that matter, if it were me, I would make it 18 and above, because I think that interacting over such a public forum and making yourself vulnerable like that, requires a certain level of maturity that can only be found, in later years. And so I'm hoping that with this insight that we'll begin to see how social media is changing us, and then we can make some better decisions about ourselves and others. Thank you.